was coming.
I knew that was coming. Okay. Firstborn gets to call it, a name that's sure to stick. As the firstborn grandchild ever, I got to have my pick. I think it just came out one day, Poppy was my choice, coming from a little girl that was just finding her voice. Whether it was riding her motorcycles or beach mountain fun, Poppy and his little Lisey were always on the run. Sorry, they're all calling us right now.
5 years later, to my mom and dad's surprise, came a little alligator, the apple of everyone's eyes. Poppy and his little girls, he only had one dare. I'll cut you right out of the will if you ever cut your hair.
And then along came me, the princess of the family. Poppy always says, "You're my favorite, Sammy." But now it's my turn to let you all know about the man of the hour, the star of the show. He's 80 years old, but a child at heart, a real Pablo Escobar lookalike from the start. Poppy is known for his collection of toys and his love of Fox News, which brings him great joy.
Finally, a grandson tasked with carrying your name. With your unwavering support, taking on the world was my aim. Whenever I find myself in a difficult situation, it's easy to draw from your endless motivation. You're a role model to us all, and a role model and a great grandpa to us all, and if you've taught us anything, it's if things go south, let a liberal take the fall. It's not easy to sum up all your qualities in such a short song, but fear not, if I know one thing about you, it's that John's never wrong.
John's never wrong. An audacious decree, but most of us here know how true it can be. We all know the man we've described in this rhyme, so listen in now as we fly back in time. 40 and no years ago, when FDR chatted on home radio. In theaters, the debut of Reagan was on, and a child is born, and of course, named John. In New York he grows, and then off to school. His brother wields law just as John wields the tool, building at work and building his life. Married quite young to a beautiful wife. Started a family and national screen, building enclosures and making that green. Successes to follow wherever he went. He soon turned his eyes to warehouses to rent. Let's look at some numbers as seen at a glance. 100 now here to eat, drink, and dance. 7 grandchildren, all of us here. 9.5 fingers and 1 bionic ear. 2 loving children and 1 with white fur. And things that have wheels, I doubt anyone's sure. The one man that's been a role model to me, our Poppy, the root of our family tree.
Well, that's going to be impossible to follow, but I'm going to do my best. The anchor of our family, he's just one of a kind. Having a cool grandfather like him is really hard to find. From boat days at the sandbar to laying in the sun, he's always been there to join in on the fun. A true role model, although a saw took his thumb, if you don't pay the rent at the warehouse, he'll come at you with his gun.
And now comes the youngest, tasked with bringing this all to fruition. I tried hard, but he still won't pay a dime of my tuition. Whether he's at home or at sea hooking on bait, you'll always find him with a freshly clean plate. Your charm is felt all the way in the West, and as a grandfather of 7, I'm sure it's been put to the test. Here's to 80 great years, thankfully, to Poppy, the true dawn of an ever-growing family.
Now look at you, 7 grandchildren who shine.
All because you sacrificed and worked off your behinds.
We've even picked up 2 more on the way.
And we'll surely keep growing once we all find our bay.
This whole family built from your hard-working dreams. It's amazing to think 80 years is just the beginning. Now everyone raise your glass, and to Poppy we drink.